Today, I went to UniFi Site Manager and found this new link, Vantage Point. Then I searched UniFi website, found this release note released 8 days ago. It announced the introduction of Vantage Point. It can combine multiple NVRs together. When I first saw this release note, I was very excited. Let me tell you why. In my home network, I have multiple units that can run UniFi Protect. The top two are stacked UNVR Pro. The middle two are stacked UNVR, and the lower two UDM Pros configured in shadow mode. If you watched my previous video about UNVR stacking, you may remember I was not happy with the implementation. However, I have been using the two stacked UNVR sets since then because at least I am able to distribute the cameras and IoT devices into different units to achieve kind of load balancing and to utilize the storage in different devices. And by using UNVR stacking, I am able to view the cameras in the same stacked units. However, one thing I couldn't achieve was to view the cameras from two different stacked UNVR sets. This is what I mean. See, I have stacked UNVR and stacked UNVR Pro, right? Let's assume for each device, I have a camera connected. Because these two UNVRs are stacked, I can easily view the two cameras together in one view. And for these two cameras, the same case, right? But if I want to view all the four cameras together in one view, there's no way. That's why I was very excited when I initially saw the release note of Vantage Point. However, after reading into the details, I was disappointed again. See here, it says stacked setups should be separated to use this feature. This is the user interface for Vantage Point, the initial setup screen. So you need to first select which devices you want to be part of the Vantage Point. See here, the UNVR stack, UNVR Pro stack, they are both grayed out. I cannot select two of them. So it's a bummer. But I really want to try this new feature. So I went ahead. I broke the stacked setup, ended up with 4 separate UNVR units. This is the setup before the change. This is the setup after the change. So I have 4 separate UNVR devices. And then this is what I want to achieve. I want to be able to see all the cameras in one single view. It seems to be a reasonable goal, right? However, another bummer is waiting for me. See these 5 nodes? You can select up to 3 NVRs. When I did the change, I didn't record the screen, so I won't be able to show you. But you can easily imagine the frustration I got when I broke the stacked units and then found out I couldn't select all the 4 units. This Vantage Point is completely useless for me because it cannot support more than 3 NVRs. Someone may say, why not keep one stacked unit and just break the other one? You end up with 3 devices, right? Yes, I can do that. But remember, as long as the unit is stacked, you cannot select it. So at the end, I still cannot achieve my goal. So it turned out it's mission impossible for me to view all of my cameras for the 4 UNVR units in one screen based on the current implementation of Ubiquiti's Vantage Point. Hopefully this ridiculous limitation can be eased in the future, but who knows, it's Ubiquiti. I also briefly mentioned the UniFi gateway high availability. So one of the big advantage of the Vantage Point over the UNVR stacking is you can combine different devices as long as they support UniFi Protect. For example, you can add Cloud Key Plus or UDM Pro, right? So when it comes to UDM Pro, in my system, I have the high availability setup. One UDM Pro is always working in the shadow mode. So basically it's just sleeping. You have no way to run the UniFi Protect in the second UDM Pro, which is in shadow mode, to host any cameras. So it turned out it doesn't matter whether your UDM Pro has the high availability setup or not. You are able to add it to the vantage point anyway. However, due to the limitation of the high availability itself, in my case, even if I add UDM Pro, I can still only use the cameras hosted in the first UDM Pro. The second UDM Pro is still wasting its UniFi Protect support. To improve that, Ubiquiti need to change the implementation for high availability so that the UniFi Protect is also supported in the HA setup. Okay, this video is very short. It's just some disappointing things I encountered after the seemingly exciting news. Okay, thanks for watching.